Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. We'll watch the Portland Trail Blazers in this one as they go up against the San Antonio Spurs. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. DA, it's all yours.
Thanks very much. Now, improving NBA officiating has gone high-tech. Today, the NBA uses the proprietary game review system, which is broken down from double-digit camera angles. Analysts spend a day or two dissecting each game. And Kevin, that data is used for evaluating, training, and communication with the teams.
Isn't that something? I mean, every day there's something new. Fascinating, fascinating stuff, DA. Thank you. And the starting group for the Spurs. Sharing the wing spots, it's Vassell and Johnson. Then there's Purtle. Then it's Jones. And it's Sohan in at the power forward position. And for the Trailblazers, Nurkic the pivot with Grant at the other post spot. Simons and Hart are your wingmen, and it's Lillard in at the point. With just a few games in the books, Brent, what are coaches right now looking for from their team, from their players?
Well, I think you're still trying to figure out what your identity is, Kevin. You've played a few games. You're trying a few different rotations. You still want to do that over the course of the next 25 games before you really settle into what you know is going to give you the best chance offensively and defensively and win games.
Blazers on offense. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Yeah, they couldn't do it in that one. Always a step slow in closing out the shooters and maybe even recognition of who was on the floor. Just not enough energy, and that's a tough way to win on the road.
Here's Purtle. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
And Purtle has a stick-with-it mentality on the offensive glass, just throwing himself against the boards.
Lillard, the pass to Hart. First quarter, just over a minute played. Passes it to Nurkic. Shoots over Purtle. And it's off the back rim, no good.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
Now, here's Vassell. Defense is right there, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Now, that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Pass to Hart. Back to Lillard. The pass to Nurkic. Simons with the ball. Shot clock at 5. The layup off target.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he laid it straight up and in.
And it's Sohan missing. And here's Lillard, who brings it up for Portland. Still without a basket in the game. And this matchup with the Spurs, it's their first meeting of the season.
And they won the season series against this club last year, but, you know, then again, so did a lot of other teams. And the 0 Damian Lillard wears on his jersey is more than just a number to him.
Yeah, Greg, we know that represents the letter O, as Dame grew up in Oakland, went to college in Ogden, and became an NBA star in Oregon. Oh my, that's a lot of O's.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
Grant at 6'9", using that length right there, a nice soft touch in close to the rim.
And in his 7th season in the league, Jeremy Grant took a huge step forward. The scoring output went way up.
Yeah, there's some first place votes for most improved player, and That's pretty impressive for a guy in the middle of his career. So the work ethic paying off, and he's desiring to get better.
One shot.
The free throw drops for Grant. You know, Greg Anthony, people talk about Jeremy Grant as a scorer, but what about his passing?
Significantly better moving the ball along. He's leaving no stone unturned as he looks to maximize his ability.
And Greg, Kelvin Johnson is listed at 6'5", but he plays much bigger than that.
He has the strength to fight for rebounds with anybody. Fearless on the court and plays with an endless motor. His strength and willingness to use it makes him valuable.
And the first one drops. It ended in the bubble, but how about the Spurs playoff streak? 22 consecutive seasons, Greg, coming to an end.
Kevin, making it every year from 1998 to 2019, winning 5 titles over that span, and having the same head coach certainly helped that streak. So did having, though, a couple Hall of Fame.
And so he hits both.
And you look at the young talent the Blazers have, a nice young core group that can grow. Simon's the big name from that group.
Simons from outside. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson.
Remains Portland ball.
We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Lillard misses, and Simons and Little Greg, a pair of names Portland fans are definitely excited about.
And they've shown that they can be valuable players. Portland got a lot younger with the trades they made last year. Now they have to have that youth develop.
Clock at 6. Now Vassell. Here's Pirtle. And another shot, and the layup is up and in. Pirtle's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And the first time out of the game called here for the Trailblazers.
And you look at Jakob Pirtle, great touch and presence inside the paint. Can get you with a move or just power his way to the hoop.
And your Trailblazers youth dance team. Substitution on the court.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Simons finds Winslow. It's tipped and it's out of bounds as the Portland Trailblazers retain possession.
Trailblazers ball.
Here's Simons.
Yeah, really like the defensive focus and intensity at the start.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Outside, Jones. Down low, Roby. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
The assist.
Putting his size to good use, Roby needs just a little bit of space on the inside.
Simons, the pass to Watford. Simons kicks to Winslow. Pass to Sharp. From past the arc. Rebounded by the Spurs. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
Hey, they had their opportunities, but let's face it, they choked from the line. Hard to win that way on the road.
You cannot afford to do that when you're in an opponent's building. You got to knock down free throws. That cost them.
Now, here's Sharp. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Back to Simons. Can they get it? Rebound by Jang.
Well, he's just really struggling right now with everything he's throwing up. Nothing really helping out in terms of his confidence. I mean, these ones aren't even close.
GA, something that's kept Portland from getting over the hump is their defense.
Kevin, their defensive rating hasn't been pretty for several years. It's a point of emphasis for the Blazers going forward. Shore up the D and try and take that next step.
Free throw drops from McDermott.
That's a good stroke by McDermott, looking to find opportunities like that. He has limitless range.
So he picks up just one from the line that time. Trailblazers trail by 8. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Sharp, the pass to Winslow. Here's Eubanks. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. 4 on the shot clock. And the rejection by Jang. They get it back. Spurs leading by 8. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. To the paint. Here's Roby. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
And the shot is long.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Maybe they can find a way to establish some rhythm in the next few possessions with the extra pass.
The shot will not fall. And so it's San Antonio in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We'll return shortly.
It's dance time in Portland here.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Spurs?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
Teams nowadays tracking deflections in addition to steals. Were they something you were aware of when you played defense, Greg?
Even if they weren't tracked, they were valued. And I remember early in my career, that was something with the Knicks that would always emphasize, because deflections were a true indicator of activity, especially defensively.
On the court right now for the Spurs, sharing the wing spots, it's Vassell and Johnson. Then there's Pirtle, and it's Bates Diop in at the power forward. Now, here's Vassell. Shoots over Lillard. Here's Pirtle. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Pirtle's got the lead up to 10 now for San Antonio. And Lillard kicks to Hart. Back to Lillard. Grant, right side. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Keldon Johnson.
Hard to guard when he's that close. Grant really good at drawing the defense in to foul him.
Portland may have shot just one free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game.
At the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
And it's great to see Grant take on a bigger role over time. Now a real focal point of this offense.
The Spurs making a switch here. Jones is checked in. And Grant drops them both.
And you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Johnson kicks to Vassell. Shoots the 3. And it's Portland with the rebound. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home. Little, 1 up, 1 down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
Nice finish from Little. He realizes when he should try to score.
And you love seeing that great mobile 1 drive a second time.
And the awareness of his footwork and body on that drive. Wow.
Here's Johnson. Got a piece of it, and he recovers it. It's good.
Johnson.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. 8-point game. Now a timeout called by Portland. Brent, Nasir Little has certainly been stepping up lately, hasn't he?
Yeah, some nice progression from him and taking on more responsibility for this team. Obviously, with star players out, the coaching staff's going to lean on some of their younger players, and that might accelerate the growth. Nasir Little certainly took a lot of pride in being an energy guy and a defender last year, and that's going to bode well for his foundation.
The Spurs making a switch here.
Laser dancer.
A 3. Portland again missing.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
Trailblazers trail by 8. Grant dishes to Lillard. He kicks to Little. Passes to Hart. Here's the 3. And Pirtle pulls it down. Johnson surveying the floor. Feeds to Pirtle. And it's good. 2 points. And now a 10-point Spurs lead.
Astonishing body control by Pirtle, just taking the hit head on and finishing through it all.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Hart the pass to Nurkic. The shot, no good. Spurs leading by 10. And here is Vassell. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Greg, Devin Vassell came in as a 3-and-D type player, but he's grown beyond that.
He has added secondary ways to contribute on offense. Still not a great shot creator, but can finish plays in a variety of ways to help his team.
No good on that one. Good on the second free throw. Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. Pass to Nurkic. And Hart has it in the corner. Back to Nurkic. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
You know, Nurkic has such a big, wide body. It's best if he uses it to help free up some guys on the screen.
Inside, here's Pirtle. Gets in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Lillard against Jones. Left side, Grant. Back to Lillard. Good, and Grant gets the assist.
And Grant with a nice heads-up play, willing to make the next pass.
And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That puts them squarely in the middle of this 5-game road trip. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks very much. Now, for 22 straight years, San Antonio made the playoffs. Haven't made the last 3 postseasons. Former Spur Robert Horry worries if they'll ever be relegated, saying, "I hate to say that. San Antonio is a small market, and guys just aren't going to go there." And that's a dire prediction for such a storied and successful franchise, Kevin.
Wow, no kidding, David. All right, thank you. That's good from Johnson.
It's easy to see why this team is excited about Johnson. He's a fantastic athlete with considerable upside.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. So Johnson hits 2 of them. Trailblazers trail by 11. Simons kicks to Winslow. Back to Simons. And the pass to Sharp. 1:37 left here in the second. Pass to Winslow. Just 5 to shoot. Goes up from the top of the key. And Portland again with the bucket. Spurs leading by 9. Passes it to Richardson. Back to Jones. Shoots over Simons. Good on the 13-footer. Jones has got his first points of the night.
Yeah, he's going to knock that down if you give it to him. Uncompetitive there defensively.
Well, defense also looking defeated. The lack of hustle is driving the coaching staff a little bit batty right now.
Now, here's Sharp. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. The shot, no good. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
I like seeing Josh Richardson distribute the ball, especially when his teammates are wide open. That makes for an easy pass.
Simons, the pass to Winslow. Back to Simons. Pass to Sharp. Now Winslow. Trailblazers moving the ball around. That is good, and the Spurs lead is cut down to 11 on the bucket from Eubanks.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
On the wing, Johnson. No good that time.
He gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
And so it's San Antonio holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Here with Greg Popovich. Pop, what did you see in the first half?
We had ball movement. You know, we weren't in mud. Guys were in attack mode. Nobody held the ball. You know, you pass, catch, or shoot. And we did that a lot in the first half.
Yeah, you had them swiveling, Coach. Thanks for your time. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. It's San Antonio out on top at halftime. They lead by 11. Shaq, what did you see from San Antonio?
They've really established themselves on the glass. Being down to there is an extra possession, which they've cashed in on. Now they just got to, bring the same energy to the second half.
Kenny, let's get your insight on Portland.
They really got to turn the intensity up in the second half. You look at their free throw differential between the teams, it's a big gap. They need to be more physical and start earning more fouls.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye, Kenny. Goodbye. Go to Kevin Harlan.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. A fantastic game from Jakob Poeltl in this one.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half. Just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. At lead guard, it's Lillard with Simons by his side. Nurkic the pivot with Grant at the other post spot. And it's Hart in at the threesome. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
Simons playing unselfish. That's going to help this team get in a great rhythm.
Greg, when you watch Anthony Simons play, you can see the burst he has on the ball.
And that goes for him attacking the rim and rising up for a shot. Impossible to stay in front of him with that quick first step. And with his skill and athleticism, boy, the sky's the limit.
Kept alive, Poeltl. It falls for the sixth time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Now, here's Hart. No points in the game yet for him. Grant, right side. Hyman's on the wing. Goes back up. And Lillard with a nice bucket inside.
No fear as Lillard approaches that shot.
And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Now, here's Johnson. 8 points for him. Over Hart. Johnson can't hit.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
And the shot is good. The Spurs lead has been cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Damian Lillard. And that was another look at the fantastic Mobile One drive that happened a moment ago.
And you can just sense his determination, trying to do everything he can to keep this game within reach.
Just looks like he's got more feel tonight, like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
Hart the pass to Grant. 13 feet away. Here's Nurkic. And Jones sends it back. Shoots from 12. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Trailblazers trail by 9. Grant finds Hart. The Trailblazers working the ball around now. Now Grant fires the 3. They get it back. Nurkic can't hit.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
That one drops for him. Pirtle's got 6 here in this quarter.
And when Pirtle gets into a groove, he demands the ball. He's incredibly dangerous when he has the hot hand.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
And Coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high-efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
It's dance time in Portland. Here are your Blazer dancers.
Three minutes gone now in the third quarter. Lillard left side. A pass to Hart. San Antonio with the rebound. Pirtle's got 11 rebounds in the game.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Here's Bates Diop. And that one, good. Bates Diop's got the lead up to 13 now for the Spurs.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Now, here's Hart. He's defended by McDermott. Hart kicks to Grant. 6 on the shot clock. To end the drought. Nurkic controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Yeah, when Nurkic goes across the lane there, hard to get him out of the way, and he collects the offensive rebound.
To the left wing.
2 minutes.
McDermott passes to Pirtle. Great D that time from Nurkic. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket. And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys. And you look at the loyalty Lillard has shown. Stuck with the Blazers through thick and thin. It's why he is beloved in Portland.
Now, here's Vassell. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic. And at some point, Greg, you wonder if Lillard is the greatest Blazer of all time.
Listen, he is in the conversation. You'd have to include Walden, Drexler up there. But Lillard's resume in Portland has a strong argument.
Shoot 2.
And that one falls for Vassell. And the Spurs with some changes. Roby comes in for Keita Bates-Diop. And it's Richardson in for Langford. And he can't hit the second. Trailblazers trail by 10. Takes the 3. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Now here's Vassell. He's guarded closely. Richardson against Lillard. Richardson the pass to Roby. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. 3-pointer. Vassell, no good. Portland's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Lillard. Second chance effort. Here's Eubanks. And that one is hammered home.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe. And they get it back. Yes, that goes in. Vassell's got 6.
How frustrating for the defense. You get the stop, but then fail to block out.
Yeah, that pops your confident balloon out there, just completely deflating when plays like that happen.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Lillard with it. 8 points for him. From deep. No good on that one. From deep 3-point range. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs going into the break with a 10-point lead. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter form.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Spurs leading by 10. On the court right now for the Spurs. They've got Jones. He's out there with Josh Richardson. Keldon Johnson is out there with Jang. And it's Sohan in at the 4 slot. Now here's Jones. Johnson outside. Clock at 4. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Eubanks got 5 rebounds tonight. Knocked loose. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
Ball violation.
And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
the Trailblazers with the ball. Grant the pass to Simons. Pass to Hart. And the rejection by Jang. On the wing, Johnson. Defended by Hart. Jones against Simons. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for the Spurs, Trey Jones. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Jones. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Nurkic is checked in. And San Antonio with the change here too. Keita Bates-Diop's checked in for Jang. And so Jones nails both of them. Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. Down by 12. It's hauled in by Bates-Diop. Spurs shooting 43% from the field. Here's Richardson. Rebounded by Hart. Hart's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Pass to Sharp. Simons on the wing. Defended by Jones. Pass to Sharp. 5 to shoot. Johnson with the block.
Get that out of here. I don't even want to see that. Johnson showing his explosiveness at the defensive end.
Now here's Jones. Great D that time from Nurkic. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum. Josh Hart won't always have his shot falling, but the hustle is there. And a great energy guy with major impact on the floor.
And for Josh Hart, he's a fan favorite because of his hustle.
And that can go a long way in the NBA. Hart looks like a typical 3-and-D player, but he also has that intangible of igniting a team.
First free throw is good. And Hart drops them both. Spurs leading by 10. Now the pass to Sohan. To the inside. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. Shooting for San Antonio, Keita Bates-Diop. Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And he makes both free throws. Here's Simons. Although they're down big right now, Greg, still plenty of time left in this one.
At this point, they got to take it one possession at a time.
Hart, that's good. Hart's got 4 points in the quarter.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
And another great look at the 2K drive. Richardson outside. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Yep, that one goes. Richardson's got his first basket of the night.
Well, Richardson came in shooting threes and thought that might be the only thing he could do. He's no one-trick pony.
Hart kicks to Simons. To the middle. Double team on Nurkic. Trying to break that ice-cold streak.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
But look at the basket, guys, still shaking. Out to the right wing. Back to Jones. Pass to Richardson. They get a hand on it. Down low. Here's Simon.
I love the hustle on the break. Simon's just determined to see that play end with a positive result.
And one more look at that fantastic Mobile One drive.
That's an incredible move by him on what's been an impressive night all around.
Richardson outside. Banked in off the glass. And the Spurs lead by 10.
Even though he's slightly built, Richardson does play a physical game. Remarkable how much contact he absorbs.
And it's Simons missing.
Well, you make strides to get back in the ball game, but an errant shot like that can definitely cost you any kind of momentum. Have to use better judgment there.
Now, here's Johnson. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Not giving up on the play. Great job by Keldon to absorb the contact and still get the bucket.
And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
I like this throwback approach they're taking, looking to score high percentage shots in the paint. And so far, it's working.
One thing you can add on to this, and you don't talk about it much as a point of emphasis, but getting to the free throw line and generating easy points, that can really help you out. They got a lot of freebies.
Last season, of course, Marcus Smart won the Defensive Player of the Year. You know, Greg, it's rare to see a guard win it. Should perimeter players get more consideration from this point on?
It's tough, Kev. I do think they should. And I think that the numbers, though, tend to favor the rim protectors, but it's only right to recognize great defense at every position, especially in an age of positionless basketball.
Here's Johnson, following the score by Damian Lillard. Johnson's shot is off. Trailblazers trail by 11. Simons on the wing. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And Nurkic gets it to go.
Well, weighing around 290 pounds, not sure contact is really going to affect Nurkic.
San Antonio calls timeout. They lead by 9. We've got 1:23 left to play in the final quarter.
Hey fans, get up and move with your Blazer dancers. Time to get loud for your Blazer dancers. Time to get loud for your Blazer dancers.
let's take a look at the New Balance Player of the Game.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finish it strong.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Greg Popovich talk to his team. He talked about the mindset they need to have and what he wants to see the rest of the way. Engagement at both ends and making good decisions with the ball. Guys?
Thank you, David.
And look out, the weather report might call for an avalanche of buckets from Damian Lillard.
To the wing right side. Back to Jones. Up top, Vassell. Passes it to Johnson. And it's Vassell in the corner. Clock is at 3. Tries from 16. Jump shot is good.
Timeout.
And the Spurs lead by 9. So a huge bucket there to stifle the crowd.
Yeah, very little to cheer about for them at the moment.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They trail by 9. 40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. So for the Trailblazers, Eubanks, he's checked in for Jeremy Grant. Little comes in for Josh Hart. And it's Johnson in for Anfernee Simons. Here's Johnson. Nurkic dishes to Johnson. Here's Lillard. It's tipped. Pass to Roby. To the paint. Here's McDermott. Off target at the rim. Feint looking very thin now, Greg, with very few ticks of the clock remaining.
They'll need something special to happen, and it needs to happen fast.
Here's Hall, covered by Lillard. And so it's San Antonio with the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that about wraps it up. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.